This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
319! 319! Hey!
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
319! Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Check 13. Check 13. 319.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Jump out! 58!
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Rodgers hands to Montgomery, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Blue 58. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Spins past him. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And the Seahawks have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now Wilson on 2nd down. He lets it fly for Lockett. He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Penny, a 1st down carry, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
14, run it. Hey, you, check 51, check 51.
On second down, Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and long, it's Wilson. He's going to air this half for Baldwin. And he fires one that's intercepted. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Box it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Right now, you got 58.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Now, the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down.
319. Right. Line left.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
319! 319! We are going. Zoom. Who's it done?
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That's fine. Yeah. 319!
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
319! We are going.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Hey, check 26. Jumbo!
Throwing is Rodgers. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A handoff to Penny. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
319, 258, cat 300, cat 300. Jumbo!
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Well, this is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
319! Box it, box it, box it, box it! Switch! 319!
To throw is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And again, it's Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Rodgers again now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Second half begins with a run from Penny. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Josh Jones in on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson looking to throw on second down. Baldwin with it over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
To throw is Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And a loose football. And this is going to be Packer football. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They begin with a run by Penny. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Got it.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Wilson on second down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Able to spin free. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
All right.
Rodgers now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And down he'll go at the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. Bust through the tackle. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Amara Darboh, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
After the interception, here's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll try and run forward with Penny, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. second and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's Penny, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Keeps himself upright. Steps away to his left. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You ready for one word? You ready for one word? 14. Zebra.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Baldwin. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Penny. Oh, twisting away. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Let's go get it right here. Come on. Hey, easy. Check what you want. Check what you want.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's a give to Penny. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check. Over. Kelly. Strong left, Kelly. Jumbo!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Hey, check 26. Jumbo!
On first down, Rodgers. His throw incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 26. 49 to Mike. Hey, here we go. Zoom.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Here we go.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down. Rodgers to throw once more. He may try and run for this. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
319.
To throw again. Rodgers. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Rodgers now on first down. And this is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Right. Jump out. 319.
Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Frank Clark in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
4 down.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Let's go, come on.
Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Right there. 54, right there. Inside. Jump out.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. In for the score. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The handoff, running left is Penny, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Penny. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Penny. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Now here's Michael Dixon, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles.